We're all a work in progress.
It's obviously a work in progress. And it's a work in progress. It's not there yet.
No.
Please just be patient. I'm a work in progress. I'm sorry I got mad waiting in the truck. Seemed like
We've got
I
fresh
was
blood
getting all
in
dressed up.
the control room
Well,
today.
since we killed Justin,
Yeah, we did, and we'll tell you how we did it later.
yeah,
We're not going to tell you right now. That's for another
yeah,
segment.
we had to get rid of Justin. He was just too much of a pain in the ass with all of his everything. I always got a miss for this reason. I used to think that David Mino was the biggest flake of the podcast,
And I
but
was for a while, but I grew over
Justin
that.
has taken
We've
over
matured.
the crown.
So much
He
basketball.
was such a cancer.
Whoa.
Wait, no. Never mind.
Oh,
I shouldn't
no.
have. That's a bad.
Cut that out.
Okay, that was a
I'll
bad.
dump-
Restart.
That was a bad
Dump
choice
New
of
intro.
words.
New intro.
That was a bad choice. He was just we couldn't deal with him anymore.
Yeah.
So we had to
He was sort of a third
get
wheel
rid of him.
with his leg, you know.
So Jesus, we're freaking awful.
Nope, that's great. That was a good one by Justin.
That was better than
I
mine.
give points to him and subtract points from
Points
you,
from me.
since we're gonna just steal everything from everybody. But no,
But that's my bit. Well, actually, it's not my bit.
Yeah,
that
he
was
kind of stole that one.
that was from Around the Horn, and then I stole it, and it became mine. So I give you permission to take my
Oh.
bit that I already
well, if it's
stole
yours, then it
once.
belongs to us.
It's rightfully
It's
our territory.
WIP1 intellectual property. But no, sitting in for us today is our legendary cameraman,
Great Trey.
Cray Trey Mitchell. You can
Legendary.
find him at what? Cray Trey 1310? Please
yeah,
tell me
yeah.
you don't have 1310 in your fucking thing.
No, I don't, Fahey. I'm gonna change that. Yeah, I have 1310 in my thing.
Oh, okay.
It probably does because Cray Trey was probably already taken.
It was actually. It wasn't. Now it is though.
Really?
So I kind of missed the boat on
Oh,
that.
that
Yeah,
sucks.
at
Yeah.
Mino is taken also, but I really want that
Yeah.
name. And it's taken by somebody that has like one tweet ever.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Well,
really-
that's why you just got to go to them and say, "Hey, look."
I think I've actually tried to message them, but they don't follow me, so I can't
Yeah.
send them a direct message, and they never get on.
That's probably the problem there. You should just contact Twitter and be like, "Look, this dude doesn't
Yeah.
even use it. I've got what 6,000-7,000 followers."
Yeah.
And then if there's I think there's a rule if it's a dormant account, if it's been around a while and you want that name or something, I think there's a way you can do it, but they changed the rule on Twitter. I sound like I looked into way too much about this. I really honestly don't give a shit, but
Oh, sure.
it's just something I wanted at Mino. I thought that'd be kind of cool. But anyway, so I wanted to change it to that, and it was like, this account is dormant. If you'd like this, hit this. I'm like, yeah, awesome.
Okay.
I'm about to be at Mino. And I hit that, and it said, pick a longer name. You can no longer have
Oh, balls.
accounts. You can no longer have handles that are less than 5 digits or something. And I'm
Well,
fuck.
I like Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's
It's
a
more
household name.
college. It was more of my thing in college because it made sense then. Because my number was 5. I wore number 5, and that made total sense because it's 5. Mino, whatever, stupid. But now it's just kind of like
I still
doesn't
use that
make
name
any
on the
sense
Bad
at
Radio
all.
Weekly Wrap Up. It just
I
sounds
appreciate
good.
it.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, it has a. Oh, and another funny thing about that name, because that's my handle. If you want to talk video games, because we got Trey in studio today, so we can talk video games. I was playing Rocket League last week,
Nice.
and my handle on there is Cinco de Mayo,
Yep.
and I was it was when you have a bad connection and it just glitches everywhere. I was
Yes.
having one of those games.
Uh-huh.
And I was just fucking up really bad. And some dude was talking shit on there, and he thought I was Mexican. He's like, this fucking Mexican messing everything up. I'm like, I'm not even Mexican. I'm feeling this is a hate crime. I'm being
Well, now
Persecuted.
I'm being
you know how it
persecuted
feels.
for having
How does it feel?
Cinco in my name.
The shoe's on the other foot. How does racism feel,
Yeah, man.
Mino?
I'm feeling
Spend your whole life putting
Reverse
down people.
racism.
Now you're being.
so. I guess this is what I get.
But yeah, so Trey's in for Justin, who's dead, and we'll probably just have Trey in every single time
All right.
because
This is already better than all of our other shows.
Justin is dead.
Not because Justin's not here, just because Trey's here.
Oh,
And
thank
Feel
you.
better about that.
if you ever want, wedding, bat mitzvah, any sort of event televised
wanna
or
party with us?
videotaped, Cray Trey's your man. Hit him up.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
no.
No weddings.
At CrayTrey1310.
I know so many people in Denton that do weddings. I don't mean to say Denton, but
You're
like,
not going to do weddings? What are you? That's a side hustle,
I'll do
bro.
your wedding. How about that?
I'm
or you're not getting
I'm-
married,
I'm
right?
not
What about the
getting
birthday?
I
married.
know, I'll do the birth. How about that? I'll get right
no,
up close.
No.
Get that baby shooting out.
No, that's okay.
There'd be P1s that watch that, I guarantee.
I want to get a
it.
close up of the umbilical cord getting snipped. This would be great.
Gross.
So we
no,
have,
you can't film my girlfriend's vagina.
Okay.
But thanks
That's-
for offering.
That's not what I was saying, Fahey. All right.
It sounds like what you were saying.
yeah. But now that we're about 5 minutes into the podcast, I think we should address the elephant in the room.
Uh-oh.
That's
I
the
said
elephant.
Justin's
I
not
guess-
here.
See what I did? Oh.
Whoa.
But we should address the other elephant in the room that is tons of cuteness.
Oh, Jesus. It actually is.
It
an
is an
elephant.
elephant.
I'll give myself points for
That's
that
a, that's a point.
one. But yeah, as it's on camera, this was a gift.
Is it?
Hope it's like
I think it is, right? Can we see the elephant gift?
Probably.
Should we
It's
should
a
we
wide angle lens.
yeah,
should
we
we
can see it.
open
It's,
this?
it's an extreme wide
Fahey
angle.
hasn't opened it yet. This is a gift to him from
Okay.
the late great Justin,
I just,
hero of the hardwood.
I'm gonna
I'm just gonna
Try and
call
do
him
this
hero
without
of the
making
hardwood
it
now.
really obvious.
Can we get you want to guess what it is before we do you want to guess or do you
I
want
kind of
anything?
already looked in
Oh,
there.
really?
If you guys want to guess,
All right.
feel free.
Is it something? Are you like registered anywhere? Is it something you wanted?
I didn't register anywhere, but I believe my girlfriend did register somewhere
Oh, okay.
at like Target and Bye Bye Baby.
Bye bye.
So if you're interested, just look
which
up.
is
No, I'm not going to
which
give
is
out her name.
which
so.
is spelt BYEBI baby. So it's like bisexual baby.
Maybe.
All right.
I think it's going to be a regift of some kind. It's going to be like a stove, pancake
a
grill,
stove.
pancake grill. Yeah,
I don't
Like
think
a
it's
one of those
Griddle?
little like pancake grills, you know,
like a
Little
griddle.
skill- yeah,
no,
grill.
no.
I have
okay.
no idea what this is. There's the
Well,
paper.
It's gonna be basketball related.
It's for baby, so I give you another chance to guess. It's
All right.
It's definitely has something to do with a baby.
Baby.
It's like my first
diapers.
basketball hoop or something.
No, it's gonna be something. Oh God.
Wheelchair
Well,
related.
No.
He did not
A
give
toy.
my baby
I'm gonna
a
say.
wheelchair.
I'm gonna go vague and say some type of toy for the baby to play. Oh, I hear a rattle. I hear a rattle.
All right. Well,
I see it. I hear it. Let's see
you
what
were
this is.
wrong.
Oh.
Definitely-
Loves. He got you diapers.
Diapers.
definitely did get some diapers,
Got
so
some
that'll
diapers.
come in handy.
Hell yeah.
Since
I thought I heard a rattle in there.
Oh.
all
Is that
these-
it?
No, there's more stuff.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You should wear one of those to work on Monday.
One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll
Like
fit.
just tape a few together.
This looks like
Oh, that's cool.
this
a
looks like a hanger.
It's
hanger.
a little too late for that.
Whoa. See, I was about to make the joke, but thank God you did.
It is a little too late for that, and I think that's probably why I put that in there. Some clothes.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Some swag,
Baby clothes.
some cool pants. Let's see the shirt.
Shirt.
That's
Nice.
pretty sweet.
That
Nice.
actually is all
Yeah,
right.
it's a nice
It's
little.
not polo
bad.
or anything, but we'll take it.
Yeah, it's not.
Well,
a,
it came from Target, so
That's some pretty lit clothing.
let's see.
T-shirt.
It's like underwear.
It's this is a shirt that says
That's in Mino size.
Future Heartbreaker.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there you go.
All right, look, dude, let's get off this stuff where we like give babies
Future
shirts
things.
about like
I'm gonna get
having
your-
sex and stuff.
I'm gonna
Like,
get your baby just shit
somebody
from
got us one that
Spencer's.
said like tell your girlfriend to stop eyeing me, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no fucking chance I'm putting my son in a fucking outfit. All right, now this is
nice.
SG.
Little
I
sailor.
think we all had that
Another-
outfit. I had
another
that
hanger.
outfit as a baby, a
Little
sailor
Donald Duck.
outfit.
Everybody has it.
I'm sure I can find pictures that we can
Let's
insert
see.
into this.
We can find
video.
those. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a
This
little
is
rattle.
a rattle and roll, so my baby can choke once he breaks
Yeah.
open these.
Here, let me see. Let me see that one.
All right.
Is there
it-
like rattles inside it?
Oh, I thought it was one of the.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay.
Some
Damn, he got you a lot of shit.
Some belly brag stickers. I guess you
Oh, you put it on the.
put it on the shirt. For
Oh,
how
I thought you
old
put it
they
on
are.
the pregnant I thought you put it on the
Pregnant
pregnant
belly.
belly.
You could put it on the pregnant
and
belly.
say
It's a little
two-
late though, 'cause,
Just like the hanger.
When's the due date?
in like 2 weeks.
You-
Let's see.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that.
Topsy Turtle Mirror Pal.
There's no way Justin picked this stuff out
No,
himself.
this is definitely his mom bought some of this.
There's a severe lack of Ninja
I'm gonna-
Turtles in this.
And
Damn, we
then,
should have just waited to have a baby shower.
Yeah.
some
Paper.
baby wipes.
Nice.
So there, that's what we got.
There you go.
I'm
Good
gonna
job,
get-
Justin's mom.
We rewarded our viewing audience with something actually to look at.
See,
so you're welcome.
I think we can forgive Justin now. We can revive him
Mm-hmm.
from the dead, like Jon Snow, which I still haven't seen
Spoilers.
that yet. But
Wow.
I know he died and came
Yeah,
back.
stop.
Yeah.
Stop posing, you poser. You don't know shit about what happens to Jon Snow.
This is cool. I like the car. I was gonna.
Do you want
I'm
it?
kind of no. It's for the baby. It's for
For me.
Theodore Benjamin Franklin Fahey.
Theodore Roosevelt Fahey.
But now, yeah, I'm just a little upset that he upstaged me, and now I haven't gotten you anything yet.
Yeah.
But we'll have we should have next weekend we'll have an official
Baby
baby
shower.
shower for Fahey.
Well,
And
No,
I'll-
why is
next
it-
weekend
why
it
is it
could
called a
actually be a birthday party. So.
Oh, well, it'll be
Now, why is it
we'll
called a
broadcast
shower?
from the. I don't know.
Well,
Because you shower them with
I
gifts.
think when it's all girls, they all just like get into a shower and
Yeah.
do hand
Oh.
stuff.
Ooh, that's hot. All right.
Maybe a
I'm
little
into that.
mouth stuff.
Speaking of girls, I need to give a shout out to Kelly McNelson. Although
Oh.
it sounds like a terribly fake name that somebody sent into Why Today Doesn't Suck. And David Mino
Oh,
actually
hey,
Kelly.
I heard that.
acknowledged the
Yeah, I only
podcast for
acknowledge
once.
the podcast if it's female
If it's a girl.
related.
Yeah,
And
'cause
what's funny is because it's probably Domo created a fake
yeah, it's probably a
account.
dude, and I'm getting duped, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I was about
That's
to-
the way to
'cause-
get me to talk about it.
I heard it and Mino didn't say anything, so I was like about to text you guys. Hey, Mino wasn't saying, and then he did. So good job.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Good job.
I'm proud of the podcast now that it's Cray Trey and Fahey and me now.
Yeah, well,
Justin's
I mean,
never
now
going
we
to tell
proud
him to
of
come
this.
back after this.
Not
cut
hiding.
that dead weight,
Yeah. So no more.
so
of
to
that.
speak. But
Can you Trey's closer to me? I have a story actually today. It's kind of a shitty story, but
all right.
I had a bump on my eye. I think it's gone down now, but it was like right. I think it's gone. Thank God. But yesterday, I had. You ever like bump your head against something and you get like.
Yeah.
It swells up so big.
Yeah.
Well, I was at the gym yesterday, just crushing
Hey, now.
the weights. I was like doing dumbbell bench with like 900 pounds,
Sure.
Nice.
and like I was coming down and it like hit the side of my head,
Yeah.
but it didn't hurt. It just kind of like nicked it a little bit. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like I get done and I go in the bathroom and like my eye is just like swollen like that much off, and it
Jeez.
looked like I just got into like a fight. And I'm like, great, I'm gonna have to go like next week. People thinking I like got
Gonna
into
have
a
to get
fight.
some makeup.
And then I have to like, I'm like, okay, do I come up with a cool story to like I can't just say like, oh, I dropped weight on myself. That sounds gay. Like I need to come up with like a cool story. Like, I was trying to stop like a shoplifter. Somebody was trying to steal something from an old lady, and I like went and tried to track him down, and like he hit me, but I still like beat the crap out of the dude, and I got the purse back, and I returned it to the nice old lady.
No one's.
And I'm
gonna
coming up
believe
with
that.
all these cool,
Stupid
like all these
story.
stories, like all these scenarios where it sounds like I'm lying almost if I'm telling the story of what actually happened. It's like I'm trying to cover it up of like me getting my ass beat, but I really didn't. I just dropped weight on myself for being a pussy and not being able to lift it that much. So, but thank God it's gone now, so I don't have to come up with a fake story to tell about the real story of what happened.
It's a great story.
Well, I mean, any of the stories were just terrible.
Yeah,
But you should tell it again
Yeah.
and slower.
but it's
do,
gonna
do
happen
more of these
again.
motions when you tell it too.
Well, I've got a camera.
Yeah.
I'm either lifting weights or I'm jerking two
Sticking
guys
two
off.
dicks together.
I'm going middle out, and I'm touching the tips
Yeah.
together to
Um,
increase pleasure.
Speaking
Increase
of
the
middle
pleasure.
out, we've been making some headway with the Frontier Communications people.
Oh, yeah. Did you tell the story? You should tell that story of It ends with an FCC complaint. I'll just spoil it.
Well, I think I've been on here railing on the fact that
Oh, really?
shit doesn't work, and I've been trying to contact their customer service department over and over since about April, and eventually I just got fed up with it. And Reagan Moss of the Rocky Ridge Ranch, which you should definitely visit if you have an
it's a
ATV
beautiful
or
Sunday,
a Razor
so go do
scooter.
it.
You should definitely go do that. Anyway, Reagan was telling me that he was having a problem with his internet out at his place, and he couldn't get anybody to do anything about it, so he filed an FCC complaint.
Oh.
And so I filed an FCC complaint against Frontier Communications, and I'll tell you what, filing a FCC complaint against a telecommunications company will get shit done
Really?
quickly.
Yeah, the
Where I
FCC seems to listen to shit. They take shit seriously.
Well, the FCC really hasn't done anything. All they did was just tell, hey, Frontier, you need to deal with this in 30 days or we're going to be back. So Frontier, it's amazing how quickly you can talk to an American person when previously you had only been talking to Pakistani people, which I can only assume they are Pakistani.
You're talking to Chad or Kevin
Yeah.
from India.
Call me
and
Steven.
you're just like, you're talking
I
to
am
them
Kevin.
and you can tell that they're in a room probably butts to nuts full of people.
And they got some book that's this thick and they're just flipping through it. They don't really know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah. So I don't know. No progress has been made as of yet, except for the work in progress that is currently happening with Frontier Communications. They're trying to get it figured out, but I mean, dude, I've been talking to this dude every single day for like 2 weeks, and it's like the head engineer in this area, because I was actually talking on the phone to him the other day, and I was running behind, so I was like listening to Mushmouth. And he was like, "Is that the ticket in the background?" And I was like, "Yeah, I work here."
John Fahey.
No, I didn't say that because he thinks I'm my brother. Like
Oh.
when he called me the first,
Michael.
I filed the complaint under my name, but for some reason when he called me, the engineer guy called me, he just started calling me Michael, and I just didn't correct him because it's easier. Because I think my brother is like, his name's on the bill or something. You know, my name's not on the bill. I'm not even associated with the account. I honestly don't even fucking pay for it, but I definitely will complain if something is not right with it. So we're in the middle of it. Like I said, it's a work in progress, and we will be, hopefully, I will be getting my HBO Go up and running soon.
You can catch up on.
So I can watch Silicon
Thrones.
Valley and Thrones. I mean, I'm already caught up because I have a DVR at home that records it, but I'm actually moving to Wiley in a very short time.
Okay.
Like yesterday,
Ooh.
I moved to Wiley, so I won't be able to just pop on home. Well, I will be going home from time to time, but I won't be spending a great amount of time there.
No more time at Tees. No more.
Fuck
Drunk
Tees.
nights.
That's the place that gave away my fucking debit card. If you were thinking about going to Tees,
Have you
in
gotten it
Louisville,
back yet?
I had to go to the bank. Like I had to go up to the bank because it never came in the mail. My replacement card
Man,
didn't. And
that's shitty.
the cool thing about it is that if you ever lose your Chase debit card and you're in the Coppell area, if you go to the Chase branch that's on 121 and Denton Tap Road, they'll just print you a new card right away.
wow.
You don't have to wait for one to come in the mail.
That's awesome.
I don't know.
It is awesome.
I don't know what situation was worse, yours or mine. I never told that story on air about mine because we lost our card on the exact same day.
Right
during-
about the same
About
thing,
the
yeah.
same time.
You're like
You lost
cycle sisters.
yours was at a bar and they just gave the wrong person your card. And did you get their card?
No, of course
You
he
didn't get anything?
Of course he didn't give me the other dude's card.
There you
They just
go.
realized, it wasn't like they didn't just switch it up. They
No.
just gave them yours. Like, oh shit, we gave them the
I
wrong
guess
one.
they'll
And the
even
thing
out.
about it is it's that big swole ass Matt Moore bartender guy. You know who I'm talking about. The giant, like
Yeah.
fucking roided out
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
dude
yeah,
who's
yeah.
up there all the time.
It's always being really creepy
Dude,
with the girls.
I've known that kid since high school. So it's not like it was an easy mistake for him to make.
Yeah.
He knows who the fuck I am. I mean, you know, like we know each other. And so whenever he realized what he had done, you know, of course he felt bad, but I mean, dude, feel bad all you want. That doesn't solve my fucking problem of being without a debit card for 2 weeks.
Oh man, so painful.
You know what I mean? And it's not, and like what he did is he took my card, ran the other dude's tab with it, which thankfully the other dude's tab was only $4.
Yeah.
Then he gave the dude my card. The guy left. And then when it came time for me to get my card, they were just looking around. And then he had that dude's card. So he knew exactly who it was. And it's not like what am I going to do? Be like, give me his card. I want his card.
That would have been smart because then he's going to come back looking for his. And they're not going to be. They're like, okay, you're going to have to go find Fahey.
Well,
so boom, transaction complete.
Exactly. Except for I don't think the dude ever came back looking for his card. I'm not even sure the dude's aware that he has my card. But I mean, if he tries to use it, it's not going to work. But
and that brings me to another question. Some bars will take your card and keep it till the end.
Much better.
Some will swipe it and give it back to you.
Yeah,
give it back.
Why don't all bars do that?
They just don't have the technology.
That's stupid. Because I've lost my card at T's like 2 or 3 times.
I've been in
because
situations.
that's the only one that keeps your card that I go to, or used to go to.
And
regularly.
it's the worst when you're in like a big group, especially like on in Denton, Freshter, or something like that. You're in a big group and everyone's like leaving, and they're like, "Oh crap! There's a huge line at the bar, and you got to go up and and check out and all that stuff." And just a beating.
I know.
Yeah, it's better when they just swipe and give it back to you.
At least yours, like it wasn't your fault that you lost it. Mine was on me, and every layer to the story was on me and my stupidity. I lost mine at Pie 5, the pizza place on Greenville.
Derek Collins.
Yeah.
Favorite
And I was
pizza
eating.
joint.
I was eating with Derek, and we were doing Harry Carry back and forth
Was
to each other.
his Wrigley there?
Yeah, and I actually tripped on him going out the door.
Ah.
And that's
But
how you got the bump on
That
your
is,
head.
yeah, that's how I actually did it. I didn't want to. I made another fake story up to make it seem less gay than the actual one.
Sure.
But anyway, yeah, I was just eating, and I just left my card on the table. Like, I didn't put it back into my wallet, which I always put it in my wallet. I don't know why. I left it on the table, and I left. And this was a Saturday evening, I think, and I didn't have to do anything until Sunday. And when Sunday came, I realized I didn't have my card, and I was like, crap, I didn't leave it at a bar because I didn't go to a bar last night. I didn't do anything after dinner. I went to Reagan's the day before, but I know I had it on me then, and I had dinner that night, so I must have left it at Pie 5. So I called Pie 5, and I was like, hey, is there any shot that you guys found a debit card there last night? And they're like, oh, let me look. And they come back, and they're like, oh, no, we didn't find anything. I'm like, F. Either somebody stole it or it got thrown away. It's gone. So I immediately call and cancel it. And I happen to have like a backup at the time, like another card that has a little bit of money on it.
Oh.
Okay.
And it looks exactly the same as that card.
Different account?
I think it's the same. It's the same account, but it's like one that's older, and it's probably, I don't know why I think I ended up getting this card because I lost that one or something, and I had it frozen at the time, so I got another. I don't know, but I had this card, and it works and everything, and I was going to use it for a few days until the new card came in, and the next day I actually went to Pie 5 again for dinner just to see, like, hey, I'll go check. And I went in, I was like, hey, I lost my card here a couple nights ago. You guys might happen to have it? And they're like, oh, you know what? I think we found one, and let me see if it's yours. And it was the card. It was the one, but I already had it shut down. You can't reactivate it once you deactivate it. So I was like, oh, well, that's kind of a relief knowing that someone didn't steal it and they weren't using it for stuff. So I go home that night, and I was always taught to cut up like bad card, like if you have a card or something, to cut it up so people can't find it and they can't find your card number or whatever. So I go into my wallet, I get the card, and I cut it right down the strip, and I throw it away. And I go, man, wouldn't that be a bitch if I cut the wrong card? And I look down.
It was?
And it was the wrong card that I cut. It was the activated one.
Nice.
And I cut the activated card, so I'm left with a dead deactivated one.
Fully intact.
So I lost 2 debit cards within 3 days. And I went like a week with, I think we talked briefly about checks. So I had like a little bit of cash that I had to use for meals, and I had checks that I went to the doctor, so I had to use checks for that. And when I bought gas, I had to write a check to buy gas, which is the weirdest thing of all time. Just using
Writing
checks
a
for
check
anything.
for anything is a weird.
Maybe like I've done it
experience.
for rent, which doesn't seem bad, but using a check for any like small purchase, anything under, hopefully I don't have to buy much over $100-something, but
I don't remember the last time I wrote a check.
I used to do it for rent when I was in
Yeah.
college, but that was it.
Yeah.
That's the only times I've ever done it that I can think of. I think getting like pitching lessons and stuff and
Mhm.
like that kind of stuff.
You wrote your own check
Well,
for
I think my
pitching
parents
lessons.
did it in
Here
high
you
school.
go.
Okay.
Just under
But like I would have
Mino
it and I'd give it to them and
Foundation.
Did you guys ever like did in high school or college? You ever take like like home ec class or like a?
I took
an
home ec
account-
in
or a,
middle school.
We did something I forgot what it was called in college, but it was like it was like a 1-hour class, but it was really helpful. It taught you how to like balance a checkbook.
Yeah, I never took
It taught
anything like
you
that.
like how to change it teaches you all
Life
like
skills.
the things you need to know.
Yeah, we had this class at SFA. It was called it was like Lumberjack 101 or some
Yeah.
bullshit. But I never went because I signed up for the class because in orientation they were like, you should, like, hey, it's a free credit hour and this and that. And then come to find out, it doesn't count towards anything. Like your grade doesn't really matter. If you fail it, it doesn't fuck you. So I just never went. I was just
Damn.
like, fuck this bullshit. I don't need you to teach me how to balance a checkbook, which I probably did actually need them to teach me how to balance a checkbook, but I wasn't concerned with balancing a
Yeah.
checkbook. And now balancing your checkbooks is easy as
Yeah.
pulling out your phone and
Going
seeing what your
online.
account balance is. You know what I mean? So,
Becoming easy. You don't need these damn classes anymore. Mino.
so anyway, so you went what? I mean, how long were you without a card? Because
fully without a card.
2 full weeks,
Damn,
bro.
no, mine was okay. So I think it was about a week. It was right at 7 days.
Yeah.
So it was from about Tuesday to Tuesday. But yeah, I was just living, and my air conditioning in my apartment went out that weekend, and it was out of Freon, so I had to call maintenance, and they actually came in really quick. If you say your air conditioner's out, they'll be there fast. But if your toilet's clogged, it might be a week. But always say something's wrong with the air because they'll be on top of that. But yeah, that was a rough week, man.
Have
was
you ever
rough.
lost your debit card in one of the ATM machines? Just you forget to take it out, like when you like the Bank of America ATM machines, you
No,
put it in.
I've
and-
never done that.
Yeah.
But I have bought food at a fast food restaurant and left without getting the food.
Yeah, I've done that.
Without
which-
getting the food?
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. Well, what they'll do is like I'm just not thinking, or it's late or something, or I'll get something and I'll have like if I'm getting something from home or from my parents, or like getting a lot of food, like a bunch of different things. Like I'm used to just paying, getting my food, going. Well, I'll pay and I'll get the drink or something. They'll give me the card and I'll be like, all right, thanks. And I left, and I'm like, I get home and I'm like, oh my god,
Now I never got home.
I'm gonna get killed for
usually just
not
stop,
getting
but-
food.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Okay.
I've stopped. Like I'm like, oh crap, I need to go back. I'll go inside. I've never gone.
I'm just
all the
too
way
embarrassed to go back. Like I just give up and don't eat.
Home. Yeah.
I
give
just
up.
don't ever eat again. That's me punishing myself for being stupid. What else have I done that's really dumb? I've done a lot of shit
There's a lot of
like
things.
that.
I don't know that I've ever had an experience where I forgot to take the food.
Yeah,
There's
I've done
a
that.
few times where me and some of my friends figured out that if you wanted to get a free drink,
You get
all you got to do is go through the drive-through and order a combo, and then when you pull up to the window, normally before they take your money, they'll just hand you the drink,
Mhm.
and then when they hand you the drink, you just drive off.
I saw one thing.
I mean, that's theft. I am admitting
Wait,
to theft,
so
but I
you're
mean, I'm pretty-
buying? Wait, you're buying a combo?
you order a combo. You're not planning on paying for
Oh,
a damn thing.
yeah.
So when you pull up to the window,
They give you the drink, but usually you have to pay first before.
Sometimes.
I think probably back in the day when we did this might have spurred on the pay first revolution. But dude, like, I mean, you can still find it nowadays.
Yeah.
You'll go
Yeah.
to some like the McDonald's right over here by our work. Sometimes I'll go there, and as soon as I pull up to the window, they'll just have the drink out the window for me, and you just take the drink, you put it in your cup holder, and then you drive off.
There was one trick you did when they had the two windows, one window where you pay, one window where you get your food, is you order you order at the window, you drive up and to the first, or I don't think even you order. You just drive up, say I'm just driving through, and then when you get to the second window,
Just
you
take somebody
take
else's
the food.
order.
Yeah, take
Oh,
someone
no.
else's food. Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah.
I have done the thing where I order and then I realize I don't have money with me. Have you done that?
I've not done that.
That's the most embarrassing. Like, feel bad for myself.
Or when you're with friends and you don't have any money and they have to pay for you. That's the worst feeling in the
I
world.
don't feel. I'd rather have that happen than order food and then I can't pay for this. Just give it to someone else.
You guys ever do the bit where you pull up at the window, there's people behind you, and then you ask them at the window what the people behind you ordered and then pay for their order?
Oh, I hate that when they do that because then I feel like I have to pay for the people behind me.
You've had it done to you?
I've had it done to me a
So
lot.
I've never had it done to me at
You've
all.
done it to
I live in
other
Plano,
people?
so
Oh,
it's,
fuck no, I haven't done it to other
Oh, I
people.
thought-
My girlfriend
Yeah.
has, and then when she told me about this, I was like, for what reason? She was like, pay it forward. And I'm like,
No, it's
pay what
bullshit.
forward? What are you paying forward? No one's ever fucking paid for my
Yeah.
food while I was sitting in line.
And it's
Had
like you're
it-
gonna have to pay for their food anyway because you're gonna feel guilty that you didn't. You broke the chain,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So then you have to pay for the people behind you?
You don't have to, but it's like God. Now I gotta pay for them. I gotta keep it going. But
Is
I
that
don't ever.
is
do
that how the pay it forward works?
I guess so. Yeah.
So
it's
then
incentive.
so then for the rest of the day, it's
yeah, everyone's
just a
paying
s-
for
a
everyone else's
cycle
shit.
But can't you save the pay it forward and
for
then
another
like,
time. For
yeah,
make
and
it
then-
make it even something better than
And then you-
drive through.
Yeah, and then you pay it forward later. You know what I mean? I don't know. My girlfriend, like when we first got together, she was telling me about how sometimes she'll just like tip somebody $100,
No.
Oh, no.
and I'm like,
$100,
I'm-
$100.
I
yeah.
want to see that. I
and
wanna
I'm
see
just
that
like,
contract.
what the fuck? First of all, I need to change professions because cutting hair, evidently, you can just buy. You get McDonald's and you get McDonald's and you get $100 tip and you get a new MacBook for Christmas and you get a cruise for your birthday. It's insane how much money these broads make cutting hair, bro.
Mhm.
She charges $60 for a man's haircut. $60,
man's.
bro.
That still doesn't. I still don't get it. I still don't get what's the difference between. And I'm sure your girlfriend.
Did you see my haircut whenever I got a cut that
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
time?
that was great.
It's on the internet, so if you haven't seen it, you can check
So
it
that's
out.
60. That's
That's
what
a $60 haircut.
cut compared to my $14 haircut
Exactly.
that I get.
And guess
My
what? Yours
buzzer.
looks a little bit better.
My sport cut.
I mean,
with
she
the,
does great, though.
Asian lady who doesn't know how to cut curly hair. Yeah, that's what I get.
You need to go
And I
back.
swear to God, and we're on a podcast here. I go to sport cuts and I dread if I have to get the Asian lady because I love I love everybody in this world,
No,
but
you-
they do
no,
not know
except
how to
Asian.
cut curly hair. They say I'm not gonna use
Asians don't?
I'm not going to use the voice, but say, "Oh, your hair's so curly," and they just take the shear and just start shearing it like a sheep, and it
You know-
just becomes uneven.
You know where you need to get your hair cut?
Oh yeah, at
Black Barbershop.
I know.
That's
I do.
where you got. That's where you got it shaved that one
That
time.
might have been my
looked
best
good,
haircut,
dude.
man. That
That
was a
looked
great
legit.
haircut.
And he did that off like a dare.
Yeah,
And then afterwards, I'm like,
it's like really good.
it's really
Dude,
good. Trey.
I mean, I love your hair. Like, I wish that I could have hair like that because you legitimately can grow a natural afro. You know, like
Mhm.
if you let that shit grow out, it will just puff
Yeah.
up like a fucking afro, which is awesome. Or you could also go and have it relaxed and you could get it all Jerry curled out and you could do
Dude.
like the fucking the what is this? Fuck yo couch.
Cornrows?
What's his name?
Rick James.
Rick
Dude, you
James.
should get the Rick James haircut. Or just, let it grow
Yeah.
longer and then Jerry curl it.
I want to get the Coolio all crazy like that.
the cornrows that
Yeah.
are braided
Just-
up.
That dude still has that, by the way. Have you seen him? He's like 50
Yeah.
and he doesn't really have much hair, but he has like
Do you remember?
two.
Was it "Don't Be a Menace" whenever that dude had cornrows and there was
Yeah.
like a little car driving through it?
Yeah.
that was the best.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I remember that.
Don't be a menace when you're drinking. What is it? The whole name of it.
Gin and Juice in the Hood.
Yeah.
I think. But
It's a good film.
That was good.
so David,
Wearing my tank top to show off the guns.
sun's
for the
out, guns
camera.
out.
Gun show.
Sun is out.
Why I'm sure. Why didn't you get one? Did you not end up buying the Saw Dude tank top?
No, I was gonna get it for Summer Bash, but I couldn't get it on time, so I just said F it and
Yeah,
didn't
no.
get it. But if I have two tank tops that this is like a brag. But I just have two that I wear just on the weekend, so I don't really have to
Sure.
get dressed. I can just
Mhm.
wear the same shit all weekend, and it's super comfortable. And it's the summertime, and it's cool. It feels get the breeze coming in.
The best
the
part about
armpits
overnights
breathe.
is I never have to wear real pants. I just wear these blue shorts all the time.
You could just not wear anything.
I
Yeah,
could.
you can do that.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, it doesn't have to be overnights.
I'd have to deal
I
with
wear-
Fernando coming in.
I
though.
wear whatever I want up here at any time.
Like the jean vet or the
Yeah.
see when you told me you were gonna because you told me you were gonna wear that the day before, but I did not think that's what it was. I thought because you said it was a denim vest, I think is what you were saying, and it
Well, that's
makes
what it
sense
is.
now. But I was thinking it was just like
Denim.
a denim, just like a denim jacket almost. I didn't think it was a cut at the sleeves, and that's all you wore, and it was greatness, and you should bring that back.
R.I.P.
Bring it back.
Do you still have it?
Donated it.
Oh,
I did.
you paid it forward. Look at you.
Yeah, I had to cut ties with a lot of clothing this weekend in the great exodus to Wiley, and so I have about 8 garbage bags full of clothes that I do not want.
That's what I need
and
to
I
do.
have no idea what I'm supposed to do with them.
That's hard for me giving away clothes.
Yeah.
Like even
Oh,
if
it was hard.
I'm never going to wear them again, I just think, okay, there might be an instance where I need to wear this. Like I'm out of everything else, and I'm either want to wear, or maybe I just want to wear a Hollister shirt from 2005 for some reason.
I'm right there with you,
Maybe
but
I want to do that.
I
the
can't-
fact is that after giving away, like, dude, it's legitimately 6 to 8 full Force Flex garbage
Oh, yeah.
bags. I still have a ridiculous amount of clothes left over, so I was just like, I can't justify holding on to this shirt that I literally haven't worn in like 8 months because I haven't done any laundry for
Yeah.
one. And for two, it's a shirt that I bought at Old Navy in 2004 when I worked at the Old Navy in Grapevine Mills Mall. So maybe let somebody else get some use out of it. Because it still looked good. I mean,
Did you
it's a
donate
little
it?
faded.
Did you give it to?
I haven't donated it at
Oh.
all. There's 8 bags full
If
of
you give it
clothes
to
sitting in
Goodwill,
my
I'm going to go
room.
back and buy all of your clothes, and then I'm just going to wear old Fahey clothes
See,
that I
my-
bought at Goodwill.
My thing is a lot of the shirts from like my first few years in college I don't fit into because I gained a lot of weight and I'm a fatty now. And so I have a lot of clothes where I'm like, man, if I lose weight, I could probably wear these again. So I don't want to like give them away.
Yeah.
But it's
No,
like,
don't.
yeah,
It's motivation.
yeah, motivation. And also like a lot of shirts are, I have a lot of old ticket shirts and a lot of old,
Yeah, I gave away some of the old ticket with the 1041
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I had about 3 or 4 of those, and I gave those things away. Because then, somebody will be at the Goodwill, and they'll be like, "Oh, fuck
P1,
yeah!"
Yeah.
Because those they hold on to those fucking ticket T-shirts like they're fucking made of gold.
Yeah.
Because they really don't make them anymore. Like we'll get
No.
new T-shirts once every other year,
Yeah.
Dude, I
and then
remember
we'll give them all away in the first like month and a half.
when we were in promotions, man, they used to have like so many
Dude.
shirts.
But we had the thing is we had that warehouse, and
Yeah.
they still probably have it, but we had T-shirt shirts that they. For like Ticket Stock 2004 and
Yeah.
like Summer Bash 01, but they bought like a surplus of shirts and they just had them sitting around
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Like this
And-
Time Waster
Yeah,
shirt
that
was
was right there. that
Oh,
you're
that's a
wearing.
Time Waster
Yeah,
shirt?
Time
I thought it
Wasters.
was an Aerosmith
Oh
shirt.
no. Yeah, it's Time Waster.
Yeah,
I guess
that's-
it's the same logo,
That's
but
from
Yeah,
like,
it is.
I don't know. That's
That's
from like
cool.
2005 or something.
yeah,
God damn it.
And they
I
had
want one of those.
so many of those shirts laying around, and I just took
yeah, everything.
I just took so that was like my wardrobe for the next year was just wearing old Ticket shirts.
Oh, dude,
they're-
I mean, that's literally all I have left is shirts that I have acquired working here
Yeah.
for the past 3 years. I mean, a la
That's
this
a
Harimari
yeah,
shirt.
that's a cool one.
I
and
have
no one
like
has that one.
12 of these Harimari shirts, not these ones, but just I've got
The ones that say Hari Mari on it.
a bunch
See,
of
I've
different Harimari
I've probably got
ones.
like 6 of them, but I know that you have it and Jake also has it, and I can't wear them to work because Jake could be wearing the same one.
Oh.
And when it's not a big deal if me and you wear the same shirt. Not a big deal. But if me and Jake wear the same shirt, then that's all that Bob
then
and
it's
Dan
a
are
whole
going to talk
segment on
about
Bad Radio.
the whole day is how we planned ahead and we're like gay, and we already have the gay rumors surrounding us.
They're not-
So
It's not rumors.
We-
It's just one
it's
stupid
just-
thing on Reddit.
It's just the
it
truth.
really didn't
Yeah, it's the truth, yeah.
happen the way he put it. But,
Yeah.
So
you
to
know,
speak.
But it has happened one time where I was wearing, I think, the light blue one, and I guess he got here before I did
with
that day.
light blue with orange letters.
I think it was just the light blue with dark letters. I don't remember.
Light blue.
No.
I've got the light blue with the,
It's a good
the blue
shirt.
letters.
It's a good one. But yeah, I got here and I was walking in the parking garage, and Sean. It happened before I even got up here. Sean was like, "Oh, that sucks." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I don't hate to tell you, but Jake's wearing the same shirt." And I was like,
Did you
"Damn."
go
The one
change?
day that I wore a Hari Mari shirt to
Yeah.
work, and I thought, I was like, "Man, Jake's probably it's probably not going to happen. There's probably like a 1 in 30 chance that Jake's wearing the same shirt." But it happened that day, and yes, I went home and changed. I was that
You
guy.
left?
Yes.
What time was it?
Oh well, he gets.
Oh,
here
it was
kinda
early. It was
yeah.
10:30. So I still went home. And I took.
Yeah, you don't
30
live that
minutes.
far away.
No, yeah, this
Yeah.
is when I was still living in Dallas.
Mhm.
You're not
Well,
still living.
that
there?
I phrased that. I was living in Dallas.
Where are you living now?
Yeah, where I am. Now.
Same apartment?
Still, yeah.
Okay.
Lease is up in a couple months. So
You re-ing up or
We're
what?
gonna move in
We
together,
moving?
I
like
don't
we're
know.
talking about.
I'm keeping my
You
options
gonna
open.
move in with Trey?
Yeah.
Keeping my options open, Trey.
I need a place to live. My parents are moving to Florida. Maybe.
Are they
No
really?
shit.
Maybe
really?
Well, tell them to leave the house.
they're not gonna. They're gonna sell that house.
No,
bro.
get them in touch with Renters Warehouse, bro.
Dude,
We can rent it
find
out.
out
Yeah.
how much your home will
But
went
see,
for.
then you could be the
Renters
landlord on site.
Warehouse.
I could do that.
Renterswarehouse.com.
But you wouldn't actually
I'll
have
see
to
you there.
Yeah, you wouldn't actually have to be the landlord. That's the great thing about Renters Warehouse is they take over the landlord for you.
They won't give
you
you
just
that
get to
house?
sit there rent free.
Huh?
Just Airbnb it,
Yeah.
bro.
All right. I'm gonna.
I mean, I've never seen Cray Trey's house, but
have you ever been there?
no.
I've never been there either.
Really?
No,
Nope. I thought you guys have been there.
Never
Uh-uh.
been
All
there.
right. Well, that needs to change.
I
Yeah.
needed to go to the. I needed to go to the Cray. I was trying to work in the Farella mansion, but
Great.
I can't.
The
Something-
Corella Mansion.
The Crayella
The
mansion,
Crayola Mansion.
but yeah. Oh, well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Trey, if you
look, me and my lady are trying to find a place to live. So
You want to live in Plano?
Oh no, I can't live in Plano.
Plano's not bad. I don't mind Plano.
I need Dallas. I've made the mistake of leasing a car, bros. And let me just tell you, don't ever lease a car because all you will ever concern yourself with is how many fucking miles that you drive. I mean, my car's already up to like 1,700 miles, and I need it to be like I've only had it. Let's see. 1 month in 2 days, and I needed to have only 1,000 miles on it. I can only legitimately drive 1,000 miles a month for the next 3 years. Otherwise, I'm going to have to pay money
Yeah.
to these fucking people who leased me this car. And I was like, oh, dude, 12,000 miles a year, that's no problem. Turns out I drive like
Yeah.
almost double that.
Yeah, especially if you're going from here to Louisville to Wiley. If you're living in, see, I don't know how far Wiley is though. How many miles from the station?
It's about equidistant from here to
From-
Louisville as it is from here to Wiley. Only thing that sucks
You
is
could probably do.
75 is the only way you can get to Wiley,
Ooh.
and then if you want to go to Louisville,
Yeah.
you can take 35. You can
You're
take
just going in a
183.
triangle.
It's a beating, so I have to move somewhere around here.
Mhm.
Otherwise,
It's so expensive here, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
like I said, my girlfriend makes a lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
money,
you're right.
so it's not a
Dude,
problem.
the village is pretty great. It's pretty great. It's like close to everything.
Mhm.
That's what's great about it.
Yeah, I
There's
would love to
so
move
much
into
like
the
there's
village,
so much food. Like
but your like for your 1-bedroom
Yeah,
apartment,
that's-
your rent is
But-
like about half what we're looking to pay, and there's no way we get a 2-bedroom of any
two
decent
bedroom
size.
that'll be cheaper than a one. Like you can get a better deal from a 2-bedroom than a 1-bedroom probably.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
want something
Size.
that's like
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, and I realize looking around here when we get a 2-bedroom, it's going to be fucking tiny because the ones that we've already looked at are fucking tiny. But I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't mind the village, but I fucking probably have a hard time talking her into that.
She doesn't like that.
I
It's
don't
too-
know. I mean, she's one of these, you've met her.
High maintenance.
It's not. No, it's not
No?
so much high maintenance. She wants to, live in some repurposed ghetto neighborhood. Fucking.
She wants to be south of 20, or she wants to be more downtown.
No, not south
Is
of
it-
20. Thank God.
Is it too
No, like one
north?
like one place we looked at was like fucking super east, like southeast Dallas, but not too far from here. Like
Lake-
about 10
not
minutes from
Lakewood.
here.
Not Lakewood's.
Lakewood's north.
No, okay, yeah.
Anyway, so but no,
Dude, you can live downtown. I can see downtown Fahey.
I can see it too. But
That'd
I
be
just
pretty cool.
the
You
thing is
wouldn't
we
have to
gotta find
drive.
the place.
You could just walk.
You should try to get some kind of sponsorship deal with those apartments right behind us.
Trey, they
don't think you
they
would-
just legitimately aren't going to give me a sponsorship deal for a goddamn thing. But I really do appreciate you thinking of that because trust me, I've thought of it too. But they ain't giving me a fucking dick.
Oh, man.
They will give me their dick right in my fucking ass. But I don't know why we were even on that subject.
Trey was talking about his parents selling his house, and I was saying how I went home to change my shirt because I was wearing the same
that's
shirt as
right.
Jake, and I live close to him. So that's how we got
I guess so.
from there to Fahey moving to Dallas and becoming downtown Fahey.
Downtown
All
Fahey.
right, so
down
pose this question that you have, David.
One
I had a
second.
question.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a question or I have a question?
Wait, I thought you had a question.
What was it pertaining? Damn.
There's just no way to speltly segue into what we actually came here to talk about today.
Oh.
So
Well, yeah, okay.
We're just
I
gonna-
won't even know how.
I'm just gonna do it the awkward way.
Okay, yeah. Segues are hard. As Trey
Except
fixes
for
the camera.
Justin, he's really good at them.
No, that's perfect. Now I'll just put a picture of a Segway up there.
Chimpanzee
chimpanzee
riding on
on a
Segway.
Chimpanzee riding on Segway.
But yeah, we were talking. So we came up with a bet. I don't know if it is official bet or we were talking about it and it's not gonna come to anything.
Okay.
And I think Justin was gonna be involved with it. And we were talking about the Missy Beavers case. 'cause
Oh,
I'm
that's
still
right.
obsessed
That's
with it, and
right.
it's kind of gone a little cold in the past month. And it was also while we were talking about the Tickled documentary, the Tickled movie.
That's right. Now I remember.
And we made the bet that there would be an arrest for Missy Beavers in the next 2 years. And if there is, then Fahey has to be tickled by Justin for 15 minutes. And if there's not, then I have to be tickled by Justin for 15 minutes.
I don't think there's ever going to be arrest for that murder.
We can put a tickle bet on it.
Tickle bet.
And then we went from there to talking about how I think it's going to happen just because I think it's damn near impossible to commit a murder in 2016 and get away with it.
And I agree with you.
But
it does appear that
it
somebody
seems
has
like it's too
been getting away with her murder for quite
it's-
some time now.
like and we talked about it I think 3 weeks ago. So if you want to see more details, go back and listen to the Rocky Ridge episode at about the 1 hour mark when we went for about 2.5 hours. But yeah, like it happened pretty much on, like the murderer was on video. Like he was there, and like I don't know if the murder happened on camera because they didn't release that to the public, but like it showed him breaking in, walking around, and leaving. And I'm just like perplexed of how there's no like footprints in the blood. There's no, like, he was wearing like an outfit with like it probably protected from his DNA.
I mean, footprints
but-
aren't going to do you any good
Yeah.
unless you have a suspect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, but they could trace the shoe. They could see what kind of shoe it was, and they could trace it to like where they bought it.
I mean, this ain't fucking My Cousin Vinny, bro. They're not. I mean, like, it's not CSI. They're not going to be like, oh, that's a Bruno Mali. Well, actually, I guess they can do that.
They probably could.
But I don't know. I guess, you know, I mean, what are you going to trace it to if somebody bought their shoes at, let's say, Payless or Walmart? If it's a cheap shoe that they sell at various locations all over the place, like in the OJ case,
Yeah.
Bruno Mallies are fucking expensive shoes. Only a limited amount of Bruno Mallies are sold in America, period. In certain sizes, you reduce it even smaller. You know what I mean? So the person who did the murder wasn't extraordinarily tall or extraordinarily short, so they're probably rocking in the mid-range 9, 10s. If it's a man, 9, 10, 11, which is a very common size for men's shoes. So it would be, I don't know, it's a lot harder to kind of
narrow it down.
Say like, oh, well, we're looking, I mean, it's not hard. We're looking for a dude who has a size 11 shoe. Okay, it's a Nike. Well, how many size 11 Nikes are sold in America every single day? I think a shitload. I don't have any numbers on it. But your whole deal was like, how could you, if you wanted to, get away with pulling off a murder?
Because it seems like this one was very premeditated, and it was whoever planned it or whoever hired someone to carry it out was very meticulous about how they wanted it to happen. And so far, 2 months down the road, still hasn't been an arrest yet. And like like what percentage are they thinking of? Okay, how am I really going to get away with this? Am I really going to do this? Because like there's still murder for hires all the time, and you got to think like what's the success rate of the mastermind getting away with it? Like
it's probably pretty good.
Yeah. Now, are you talking about, because they say the best way to murder someone and not get arrested is to hit someone with your car in the middle of the street? Because I think there's some kind of statistic where if you that hitting someone with your car, you don't get jail time or something for that.
Well, a lot of times, it's it's hard to prove that you did it on purpose.
Yeah.
If there's not any witnesses and then you stick around and call the cops, then, you got that on your side.
You can still get like manslaughter, but you won't get murder. Like,
and
you'll still go to prison probably.
But you could probably rock a little probation for that, especially if you stopped and tried to help the person.
Yeah.
But if there's nobody around,
close their nose like in The Sopranos.
Yeah, exactly. If there's nobody around, you could definitely do that.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of ways to get away with it, but if it's somebody that you're like,
no way.
You can't, because first of all, I mean, you got to be prepared for the scrutineering that is going to happen to you, especially if somebody close to you gets murdered. Like, even if you have nothing to do with it, there's a chance that you sit in a fucking police station for 12 to 15 hours while they sit there and try to tell you that you fucking murdered this person, even though you didn't. Now, imagine they bring you in and they tell you they know that you did murder this person. And then you got to start thinking, well, maybe do they know? And then they start telling you, well, if you just tell us now, we can save you from the death penalty. And in that case, I wouldn't be afraid. I'd be like, fuck that. I don't want to fucking sit in jail for the rest of my life. Kill me, please. You know what I mean? So, but you are right. In this day and age, it's very it's just there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
like
people everywhere with cell phone cameras, even in the Adnan case, they didn't have camera phones or anything. All they had was just cell records, so like you have to, like, if you wanted to I'm not
it's gotta be random.
Try. Yeah. You definitely have to, it definitely has to be somebody you don't know.
I think it has to be very rural also, like
a rural juror.
Juror.
You want to get one of those too.
But yeah, you got to be out of the way of like cameras. And
would it have to be a homeless person, you think? I'm being serious.
You'd probably have a better chance.
Yeah.
I mean, and like getting rid of, this is to the next step of like getting rid of the body. Are you just going to leave them there for someone to find? Are you trying to dispose it? Like if you just got rid of the body, then you'd probably have a better chance.
Gotta use that acid from Breaking Bad.
Break it down.
Yeah. I mean, you got to burn the clothes. You got to burn every single thing that you might have touched or that body has touched. So like kind of like Dexter, you got to wrap it in plastic.
Yeah, but now with like dogs and stuff, like they can smell where, like even if you burn it, they can smell like where it was.
Yeah.
They can sense, they can find the ashes and everything.
I mean, also like put it at, some kind of car impound, maybe, put it in a trunk of a car, take it to an impound and impound it, something like that.
I'm not sure you know how an impound works.
I don't know. I've seen TV shows.
I don't think you can just like take your car to an impound and say, impound this, please.
There's a body.
$20. But yeah, I remember when I was in middle school, I remember there was a woman killed in Lake Dallas, surprisingly. But like I guess he tried to do the Breaking Bad thing with her before that like happened, and he put her in like this big barrel in his apartment, and then he took it from there and like dumped her in the Red River, and they found out about it because they searched her apartment and they saw this ring in the carpet which looked like a big barrel. So they're like, this doesn't look good.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow they traced it to the Red River and they found it, and they found her in there, and then they arrested the guy for murder.
Wow.
Pinned it on him. So they can find there's so many ways to
The thing with the Missy Beavers murder is like there's a chance that well, I don't know. Like there's a chance that whoever was in that church wasn't there specifically to kill Missy Beavers.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just there to kill anybody who was going to walk into that church, period, and didn't know Missy Beavers. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which may lead to the fact that they haven't figured out who the fuck did that shit. You know what I mean? Like
that's gone through my head. Or it's gone through my head that they were going after someone else and she happened to be there first.
There's that.
And they're like, fuck, we have to get rid of this now. But I think, like, my personal opinion is I think that they have a person, like, they have a suspect now, and they're just building evidence, and if there's a lot of people involved, they're trying to get, like, see who they can give immunity to if they speak.
A lot of people, though. I mean, like, who is Missy Beavers? Like what? Like what did somebody stand to gain from her death?
There's affairs involved. There was money situations, and her husband was like the benefactor or whatever to her life insurance policy. And
see, I think you gotta
the father and mother-in-law, the in-laws didn't like her, and her in-laws didn't like him, and there's, I mean, it's basic stuff that most Americans deal with.
Yeah.
But since that there was a murder involved, like it's more in the eyes of everything. So it might have had something to do with it. It might not have. And some people think that it was a robbery that went wrong, but there was nothing stolen from the church, so it wasn't. I don't think it was a robbery. I think it was they were there for her.
I think because it needs to be random, but I think you need to maybe research your subject like that, because I'm not really too familiar with the Missy Beavers thing. I guess I've just been out of the loop. But yeah, maybe if it's something like that, like, hey, we could probably, with her situation, we could maybe have it so it looks like it could be the husband or the family or something like that. So it needs to be a situation where it could, it would be very easy to pin it on anybody else.
And also, if it was if they targeted her, which most people think, they would have to know her well enough to know that she was going to be the first person there.
Yeah.
She was teaching the class, but they're not always going to be the first to show up at a location at 5 a.m. They had to know that she was going to be there, where it was. Like she announced it on Facebook, and she was very, like, she always said where she was going to be at all times, which is very dangerous.
Yeah.
But they had to know, they probably have been there before to see either the class or part of the class or something, that they knew she was going to be there at that time, and no one else was going to be there within, I think 25 minutes was between when she showed up and the person found her body. So he had to kill her, or she had to kill her, whoever it was, had to kill her, clean up a little bit, and get out of there before the first person showed up 25 minutes later.
But you're working under the assumption that person was there to kill Missy Beavers specifically, right?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay.
I mean, unless
if
it
is somebody who was there and killed Missy Beavers for whatever reason, money, blah, 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 they have to be one of the rare exceptions to the rule that you can't just straight up kill somebody these days, because, I mean, I just don't understand. Maybe it's just, what is it? Watauga?
Midlothian.
Midlothian.
Yeah.
I mean, do they have cameras in churches?
Rural. They had it in they have video of the guy walking around.
Maybe,
and there was video cameras outside the church, but they were turned off at that time.
Maybe there's just the Midlothian police just fucking suck
Yeah.
balls.
Mhm.
Maybe if you want to
And that's
do
why
a
they've-
murder and get away with
Yeah.
it, you just got to go to Midlothian.
And they brought in like the FBI and the ATF and Fort Worth. They've brought in so many people to help with it. That's like if this would have happened in Dallas or Carrollton even or Louisville, like I don't think it would have there. I don't think someone would have gotten away with it. Like I think there is something with smaller towns that don't have murders. Like in this town, there wasn't a murder since 2002, I think. So if you do something like this, then go to a town where they're not used to investigating this type of thing, where they're going to have to bring in other
Like Waco.
Well, depends upon what you want to do in Waco.
Oh no, I thought my head was somewhere else.
Oh,
Never mind.
Yeah, don't go to Waco to. I
Yeah,
mean,
don't
don't do
do
that
that.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Actually,
Especially not Waco.
Just don't do any murdering. Is
Don't-
the point of this
raping.
conversation.
Don't set up a
You won't-
building and call it a compound in Waco. Don't do that.
You can't get away with murder. Is the point, because
or
there's too many places, too many cameras, just so many different ways that they can catch your ass, that I just don't think it was possible. Because that was the whole thing, is like, you asked me, do you think that I could I do a murder and get away with it? My answer to you is no. Like, there's just no way. There's some ways where it's plausible doing it to somebody random, but I don't have any desire to do that, obviously. But you'd have to do it to somebody you didn't know. But even then, it's just around here too much. Like, you can get there's ATM cameras, there's banks, there's cameras freaking everywhere. So I guess the one way that I could possibly get away with it is, like you said, go to
Odessa.
go to Decatur, go to the Rocky Ridge Ranch.
Don't kill anyone at the Rocky Ridge Ranch, by the way. I mean, if you have to.
So
I think the way to do it would be, and it would have to be a stranger. It couldn't be anyone you know. But I think you would have to try to get someone in your house without you like enticing them in, without you calling them and saying, "Hey, come to my house." You would have to a stranger
prostitute.
would
Yeah.
have to be in your house, and you would have to shoot them.
I
To
don't
make
think
it
you
look
shoot,
like
you stab them.
no, you'd have to shoot them because
bludgeon them.
you could in Texas you can shoot someone if you feel that if you feel threatened by them, if you feel like they
That's
they
smart.
are meaning to kill you,
Yeah.
you can shoot someone inside your house.
Okay.
So I would, if you were wanting to do that, or you were trying to make, I don't know, and which leads to another question: if you have a gun and someone broke, like the TC situation this year, if someone broke into your house, would you like? I feel like I would take action. Like even if they weren't trying to like hurt me, but if someone is in my house, like late night, early, like if I see someone moving, I'm freaking the fuck out. Like they're not leaving. They're not leaving that house if they're in my my personal territory where there's not supposed to be anyone else.
That's exactly why TC needed to have a gun.
Like I don't know if I'd shoot to
I
kill,
would've
but
just
like
shot his ass. No, I'd have killed him right there. Hold my Xbox, and I would hope that he didn't
and it's not so
bleed
much.
onto
It's
it.
not so much he's trying to steal something from me. It's
He's invading your
It's-
personal
yeah,
area.
it's-
And, you just get pissed off because like what gives you the right to be here and invade my area?
It's intrusive.
Yeah.
And it's not like, he's stealing something, but he could do something way
Yeah.
more sinister. You don't know what he's capable of. He could have a gun on him. And it's going to be someone that, if it's especially someone that I've never seen before, like, if it's a friend sneaking in to like mess with me, or if I wake up in the middle of the night and I see,
Faye's
if I see
hovering.
Fahey coming into my apartment, like, I'd be like, all right, dude, funny, whatever. But like that NBA dude that got shot in Dallas last month.
Well, yeah, that guy's
Like,
a fucking idiot.
That sucks for him, but I mean, he
He's
did
dead,
break
right?
into
yeah.
but I mean, the homeowner or the person in the apartment did the right thing, like especially if he was like busting in, like, and being very,
He was kicking the door down.
like they probably did the right thing there.
Have you ever had anything like that happen to you, where someone broke into your house, put a gun on you?
Not pulled a gun on
No.
me.
Or just
I've
broken in?
definitely have somebody fucking steal my shit while I wasn't at home.
Really?
Yeah, a couple of times.
That's scary.
Sucks.
That's one of my biggest fears is not someone breaking into my apartment when I'm there, but it's me coming home and seeing
Someone's there.
someone there, or that someone has been there and left. But yeah, that's like every time I go home, like especially if it's at night, like I look because my closet's pretty big, brag, but like I'll look in my closet to see if anyone's there, even though I like double check to make sure I lock the doors. And it's also scary, like, because I live in a 1-bedroom by myself. Like, I'm afraid that something's gonna happen. Because I have, you have 2 locks on the doors. When I'm by myself, I only lock one of the locks just in case, like,
Someone pops out. on your
something
bed.
happens that they need to come get me. It'd be easier for them to break the door down if there's only one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's not true, but
I don't know.
like I'm afraid of like falling when I'm brushing my teeth and like knocking myself out or doing something stupid where I can't like I'm afraid of like dying in there of something dumb where no one would know. Like I need life alert or something.
I think when you don't show up for your shift, they would know.
Yeah,
Like,
but if
yeah.
it's like if it happens on like a Friday or a Saturday, like I'm in
Yeah,
there for
you're
2
right.
days and no one knows. That's why me and Trey need to live together.
Yeah.
That's exactly why you and Trey need to
But
live
he
together.
works a separate schedule than me, so I could die in the middle of the night and he wouldn't get home until like 7 in the morning.
And it
That's
might.
enough.
I mean, if it.
Or he could fucking just kill me.
Yeah.
I could.
And it could happen.
Okay, I'm not moving in with Trey anymore.
Yeah. All right.
My when I was in college, I lived with a few guys,
Oh,
and
I've heard this story. This is great.
the one. I mean, is it great or is it not great?
It's
It's good. Okay.
fucking great. Yeah.
So-
it's the story I'm thinking about.
I think so. It's the one guy was dealing weed at the apartment, and so like it was very small time kind of stuff, and he would deal, and there'd be people coming over in and out, and it wasn't a big deal until it started getting like really bad, where every single day there'd be 30 people in and out every day,
Damn.
and it was a lot of kind of like more sketchy people as well.
Like townies, not like college kids.
It was college kids at first, and then it started turning into just very sketchy individuals. And I guess I was out for the weekend, but one of my roommates was in there, and some guy broke in through the window. We're on the first floor, broke in through the window, pulled a gun on my roommate, and he's like, "Where's the weed? Where's Miles? Where's the weed?" And he stole. I think he stole like his Xbox or something as well. What's the deal with the Xbox is getting
Did he
stolen
get the
here?
weed though?
I don't think he got the weed because he wasn't there either,
Oh,
and his
okay.
door was locked. And so,
What
yeah.
an idiot.
I'm sorry.
That's like
Yeah, I know.
kick the door down. Do something. I mean, what are you doing? Just sticking a gun in someone's
Yeah.
face for a fucking Xbox. That's dangerous territory there. 'Cause,
Yeah,
armed robbery they take kind of seriously in this state.
yeah. And I mean, we couldn't really say anything because like we were all, I guess, we were just scared that we would get busted because we're in the house. But it eventually got just so bad to the point where we all had to move out.
Mhm.
Because I swear to God, dude, it was like every single day, in and out, in and out. Like you couldn't even sit in the living room. I couldn't check the door when it knocked. I had to like be like, "Hey, the door's knocking." He would check the door and make sure it wasn't someone coming in with a gun or anything like that.
Mhm. Definitely don't want to live with a
That's-
drug dealer anymore.
Yeah.
No. That's why you sell heroin.
Yep.
Oh God, no, I can't do it. That's it. We're done.